Hello, hello. Welcome to another live day trading session with Johnny. And welcome to the Investing for Beginners community. This is a new series or account. I wouldn't say challenge, but it's for people with small accounts. I created the Learn to Earn team and the Learn to Earn lesson library to help you guys basically learn how to make money in the stock market, whether that be with day trades, swing trades, or long-term investing, figuring out what the best value or the best bang for your buck, if you will, would be trading stocks. So let's go ahead and get into it. Market is open. Market just opened at 9:30. Now we are already up $40 on the day, or roughly 2% of this account. So you could, do some simple math and figure out what the account size actually is. But yeah, very good day. I actually bought this company, was it yesterday? Yesterday at $18.95. And previously sold at $19.35. So I bought at $18.95, had a share price of like $19.18. I sold 50 shares at $19.54. $19.54, and was able to lock in $40 in profit. So yeah, very awesome, very impressive. We're going to see what other trades we can come up with. My goal now for this week is to make anywhere from $40 to $80 a day. That is my new goal. And so we will see how that plays out toward the end of the week, but it's been going great. It's been going really good. We make, some success in the market, obviously. I think this is our 11th or 12th green day in a row. And yes, I do have, bad days. Thank you. Welcome back, Major said. Thank you, Major. Hello, hello. Sorry for the days I was not available. I did not go live Tuesday or Wednesday. So here we are at Thursday going live. Now we did make some money on this already. It was funny because I sold 1954 and I wanted to sell another 12 shares, and I ended up buying. I wanted to sell 11 shares and keep one. I ended up buying 11 more shares instead of selling. So then I sold the 22 shares at 1955, and then sold my last share at 1953 because it went down past $40. It was like $40.30. But because I had just that one share, it came down just under 2 cents under $40. Now, guys, another company I wanted to call out today was Sound. Sound is very impressive today. It could have a crazy pullback, so we need to be careful with this because this company has already gone up from our Sunday stock talk over 38%. 38% since our Sunday night stock talk when we called it out. Actually 43% if you count it from that day. Now, Sunday was the 7th. Sunday was on the 7th, so it's not going to show the 7th. But right in between the 5th and the 8th, it was barely trading right here in this area. So this is what we were looking at. It's up 46%. We thought it was going to bounce, and it definitely did bounce, which was just amazing to see that our trading plan did work out according to plan. It actually worked out even better. I said if it breaks past this resistance right here, this was a resistance. Also, if it breaks past this resistance, it can possibly skyrocket up, and that's exactly what it's doing today. It is pushing up to newer highs. Now this can start selling off here, so be very aware of that. We had huge volume today on this little tiny sell-off ticker. Could have been people buying onto this second one also, so be aware of that. Now SoundHound could technically go to the moon, as some people say, but doesn't necessarily have to, as it is coming up to these resistance levels now, which is why it's having so much of a hard time passing that 577 level, because right at 579 there is heavy resistance on Sound. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there was resistance here, there was support and consolidation here, resistance here, and now they're getting some heavy resistance here as well. So if it can break this mark, then this will no longer be a resistance, it'll be a support, and it can even make newer highs. It already is up to newer highs already. We may buy 10 shares just to do it. It's only 58 bucks, why not? This thing could also sell off very aggressively. Got 5 seconds for a new ticker. And there it is. It traded above that resistance level. So it could be overextended. It could also pull back very heavily. I don't think it's going to. So we're going to buy a little bit here and just see what we can do. It does go up a few cents, great. If it goes down the entire $50, well, then it goes down. And that's what I should have did here at that $4, that $4 mark. Could have bought it at 41, sold it 58, and been up, you know, like $17 or $18. So that would have been fantastic. Now, SoundHound is very risky. They do have a lot of good like AI technology behind actually what they're doing here. The last time we've seen a big move up was previously out of that $3.84 range, pushing up 105% in a single day. And then it pulled back to that resistance level again and pushed up 80% in a single day. So very interesting to see what this company does as it finds those key levels. Now it is pushing down. That may be all we get. It may be having some people sell. There might be some sellers up here. Volume is really good on the 30-minute and on the 5-minute. It has decreased slightly a little bit right now on this new candle. And just like that, knowing that the resistance level is where it is beginning to sell off. So FOMO is a real thing. Fear of missing out is definitely a real thing. I even had this set at what, like 480, I think it was. Exit. I'd love to see this push back up a little bit more. It is fighting that resistance level pretty aggressively here. Buying at the tippity top. How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys made some money on this nice run. If you did, congratulations for everyone who played sound. Bitcoin pulling back very nicely. So Mara is pulling back slightly back to where I sold 1955. Looking at the 5-minute chart. I'm going to wait for a nice pullback before I buy any more shares on Mara, as we did already make $40 today. $40 on Mara. And also this went up to 183. Now yesterday OCGN did make new highs. It went from 172 to 183 overnight for a 6% return. 6% is very nice on even $1,000. That is a $60 investment, or that's $60 in profit, so that's very nice. Now this may or may not come back down. We'll see what happens. We just passed over the $40 mark here. That's all I really wanted. Now it can continue to go up, can sell off, but we are going to sell right here. First indication of some red, some resistance here. And there it goes. It's going to continue to go up. So we bought in 10 shares at 58.8, sold at 5.93, making 50 cents, but that was just enough to push me back over that 2% mark on the day. $40. Now we could hold this. Again, this can go to the moon, like everyone keeps saying, but this is not necessarily a company I would trade. I really just did that to, again, like I said, get over that $40 mark, and also to showcase to you how risky it can be to play on those resistance levels. Now, breakouts is not something that I have a lot of experience with. I would have rather bought down here at this low in this buy range area on Monday or Tuesday, and then make that 53% profit. That would have been $530 on a $1,000 investment. Amazing. Now I believe it's a bit overextended. It's hitting some more resistance levels here. So now it is in a sell range area. Okay, I have realized through some research over the last couple of days that I am a range trader. Yes, that is my style of trading, so look it up. I am a range trader. I look for supply and demand, basically support and resistance. I wait to get into either a undervalued company or a reversal type company that is oversold, buy at a low range and then sell at a higher range for a higher value and wait for that dip to come back. I also look at patterns very heavily, showcasing where the patterns are, where they've been, and where they can possibly go, which makes me a range trader, which is pretty cool. I didn't really know the type of trading I was. I was like, oh, I just trade oversold companies. I trade companies that are oversold and sell them when they're overbought. But yeah. So see this sell area? This is where everyone's going to start locking in profits. It's going to start going down a little bit. That's okay. That's exactly what we wanted to do anyways. If I would have held, we'd be down money, 588. Yeah, we'd actually be losing money again. And even these small little swing trades, like these small little plays, that was a 5% move. That little tiny move from there to there was 5%. That's another, 5% on my account size would be $100. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, but it would be $100, 5%. So not a bad little move for sure. Looks like it's going to sell off a little bit. Mara coming back down to new lows. I may get a few more down at this area because this is where I bought previously. What's it doing? Bitcoin selling off very nicely, pushing up. 1935. So I'm gonna wait to buy some more. We're gonna set a limit order here. Let's just start like another 20 shares just to keep it light. We're gonna buy down at 1930 yesterday? I believe it was 1930. Bitcoin is selling off, but Bitcoin Cash, it's also selling off a little bit. That green EMA is at 1927. Now it has been staying above that green SMA, or the green SMA line, the simple moving average. It has been staying above it very nicely. So we'll see what it does now in a couple of minutes. All right, let's do 10 at 1930. I think 10 at 1930 is pretty decent. Oh, it's selling off. Okay. All right, 1925 then. Thank you. Yeah. Let's go 10 and 1930. If we get filled, great. If we don't, not a big deal. Oh, we're gonna miss this. Okay, 1940. Got it at 1940. It's a little high, not bad. There we go, huge push up. Coming back down. We're going to sell if this gets back up to these levels. 1940 to 1980, that's another 40 cents times 10, that's another $4. Doesn't mean it has to go up to that level, but it's possible. We're finding that key support level right here. This is bouncing up very nicely. That's going back up as well. Now we're still on the 5-minute chart, so just be aware of that. But if this pushes up to that 1980 mark, we'll make even more money. So slight little pullback here, being overextended, trying to find some area of consolidation right around that 360 mark because that is a psychological number. If we can push up to 368 or higher, that'd be fantastic. Now, I have been holding on to companies a little bit longer lately than just, quick little scalps, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I've actually been holding on to companies throughout majority of the day and even averaging down, as well as holding it for swing trades. Good morning, Tina. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Now, with our account, we've been able to maintain anywhere from a 1% to 4% profit every single day. Last Friday, we closed on a less than 1% loss. It was like $17 loss. But on Monday, because I didn't sell that position, I didn't actually lock in those losses. It was unrealized losses. I was able to average down Monday morning and get out of that position and recover the entire $17 back. So I actually didn't lose a single dollar. Even though it said I was red on Friday, I've been green consistently for the last 11 or 12 days in a row. I have had green days, anywhere from even the $15 or $16 all the way up to $43 on Monday or Tuesday, and then another $40 today. I mean, $17 yesterday, which wasn't a great day, but hey, it's still profit. If you guys want to check out all my profits from every day at the end of our live streams, you can definitely check the second link below that you get access to our free Discord channel, where you can see updates, trade ideas, morning live streams, recap videos, announcements, as well as our daily recaps and daily profits as well. So if you like that kind of stuff, consider subscribing to the channel, smashing that second link in the description below, and getting access to that free Discord channel. Trying to get filled at 1930, and I should have left it at 1930, because then I moved it to 1925, and look at that, it never got down to 1925. It went to 1926. It was a good strategy to have to try to get filled at this level, but I totally did not get filled. It started pushing up higher than I could move my share price. I moved it up to 1935. It was already at 1938. I moved it to 1940, and good thing I did, because now it's just starting to rise up. Also could have bought more shares, and buying more shares would have been nice, because then we could have made a little bit more money in general. So I do see a sign of weakness here. 1966, did not get it. Right on the money. There we go, got filled. All right, now it's going to start coming back down potentially, which looks like that's what it's going to trade in. It's going to trade in this range today from 356 to 361, 356 to 361. And if it plays in that range, then Mara's going to trade from 1925 to about 1970, which isn't huge. That's a 50-cent move. 50 cents for every share. We just locked in another $2. And it can continue to rise. There's nothing saying that this can't continue to rise and that I sold too early. It could always happen too. I sold in 1966. It's at 1966 right now. Now what I'm going to do is set another limit order. Let's go 15 shares this time, just to do it. We're going to come down to, I want to say this blue EMA, but it may come back down to this level here, to 1930 actually, officially. If it does, then we will buy 15 more shares at some point in the day at 1930. I feel like that'd be a great area to buy at, especially right now with its upward momentum. And if it does come down to 1930, I'll get locked in for 15 shares. And if it goes back up to where it is now, even, that's another 2% profit on 2% profit on about almost $300. $300. 10 times 1930. 10 times 1930. Let's see what it is real quick. Oh, 1930. 193. So $193. So say 200. I was trying to get it right at 200. Oh no, it's actually a little bit more. It's almost $300, $289. So, you know, a 2% profit on $300 would be another $6. That would put me right at that $50 mark for the day. Now this could just skyrocket and we could be missing out on a huge opportunity, which easily Mara could go up to previous highs of, you know, easily $20 right here where this next resistance level is, or even $21. So I don't mind loading up and buying in this $18 to $19 range. Here we go, it's going to pull back. Now as soon as it pulls back and it starts to make a reversal, I'll go ahead and buy. Is it already happening? It wants to. Even 1950 wouldn't be a bad range, especially if there is a significant breakout. Now there are other companies like JD is up 5%, so you could have made, you know, 3% just now today, $30 on $1,000. Mara is up 4% today, which is amazing. It's got some slight pullback here. 1965. OCGN kind of stale. Oh, still at where it opened at 181. Plug has gone up 6.5%. Sound is up 15%. Now it's up 15%, but it hasn't really moved out of this sell range. Do you see that? It hasn't really moved out of this sell range. Now if it can pop up 3% or so, that's cool. Could make some easy money here. But the risk to reward isn't there. It's in the middle range of where you want to sell. It could also pull back very aggressively. So we don't want to see that either. Mara, 1962. We're going to experience a bit of a pullback again. I think so. 1957. I think 1950 might be some area here. I think I'm going to stay at 1930. Now it can bounce off of that blue EMA line. Like it wants to push up a little bit. Doesn't have to. It's just about to hit that 360 mark, which is a psychological number. Now if it passes 360, you can see this actually go up to higher highs, or at least to previous highs. But it's got to pass that psychological number right now. We are dealing with a lot of resistance right at that 360 level. Right there at that 360 level, a lot of resistance. Now looking at the 1 minute, it's a lot of consolidation here. Doesn't want to pass this EMA line, right? The 45-day moving average is a support or a safety, but it's having some heavy resistance right at this level here. So it's interesting to see what will happen. Does it break that resistance and continue higher highs? Or does it continue to sell off the way Bitcoin is doing? Gonna bounce off of that EMA or sell off? I think it's gonna sell off, guys. I think it's gonna come back down just a little bit more. maybe down to 356 possibly. It's bouncing off of that level. Mara's 1957. This is the key point right here. This is a key point. If it goes below the EMA, it's going to sell off. There it goes, selling off. 358.15. Okay, pushing up. We're going to go ahead and get in at 1955. Okay, we got in at 1955. Now it is breaking this little resistance here. We'll see if it continues or if it's a fake out for the bulls. This can continue upward. We can make a little bit more money. Or it can continue to sell off, go down to that 1930 level that we were talking about. A lot of resistance right here. And there is some resistance up here at this next level. Right? So this is kind of like that sell range, right in that sell range area. We're playing with fire a little bit. Not the best spot to be buying. 1953. Go. We're gonna have a little push up again. Now, if this can sell me out even right here at that 1965, that's another 10 cents. How are we all doing today? Any companies that you guys want me to check out? I definitely can. Let me know, and that's something I can do for you guys. $359.23, $359.24. There we go. Nice push up. Nice strong push up. Nice green candle here. I'm going to sell right there at 1960. 1960. So we bought at 1955, sold at 1960. 5 cents times 15. I don't even know what that is. That's a few extra dollars. $19.55, $293.25, $293.25, 75 cents. So almost another $1. And I think that's where we're probably going to end the live stream for today. Short, quick, and simple. Not too bad today. I may get in another trade later, potentially. I could have held this a little longer. Now I noticed that on the live stream, I want to be able to lock in profits on the live, right? But I'm also not giving it time to form. I'm not giving it time to get up to these areas where we can actually lock in more profit. And that's exactly what something that I need to work on for sure. So if this is able to go back up to 361, then Mara can easily go up to 1985, resulting in I sold at 1960, an additional 1.5%. So I mean that could have still been another $3 to $5, I guess, on that $300 position. William Cola says, please check out Chewy. Love the stream, by the way. Well, thank you, William. That's why we do it. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the day is hanging out with you guys, talking about stocks. I love it. I could have swear we put this on our watch list. Apparently we did not, but I have heard good things about Chewy. They are up 3.5% from open. Let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour chart. Very nice. Okay, very nice. Now this right here was where Roaring Kitty bought. And Roaring Kitty bought this, memed it up, basically. And then it sold off aggressively the very next day. So unless Roaring Kitty sold all his positions, he's actually probably negative now. He's probably about to get back to break even. Now, if we could have got lows at that $23 mark, $23.85, something like that, you'd be up 12%. You would be up 12%. There is some heavy resistance right here, guys, or heavy support levels at that $24 mark. As far as resistance, we might be seeing some of our first areas of resistance right here. Can you see where this is consolidating, having a tough time pushing up? Also right here, trying to figure out its range. And now right here, so that $27 mark is going to be a key factor, and then so is this $30 mark. So you got $30, you got $27. I would consider that to be in that sell range. So it's almost in that sell range. Be very careful with this company, as what I'm looking at from patterns, it's gone from $23 to $26. That's an 11% profit in 2 days. So congratulations, William, or anyone else who traded Chewy, ticker symbol CHWY. If you did, you made some good profit here. My goal is to make 10% a week. This company provided almost 12% in 2 days. So very nice. I do like this intraday play too. This looks very nice. Bouncing off of this 200-day moving average, shooting up to $26, just shy of $26 for a 5% profit in less than like an hour. In about an hour and a half, went up 5%. Put that into perspective, that's $50 on $1,000 investment. Or $5 on $100 investment. Now it is pulling back a little bit. We are going to see that there are aggressive pullbacks with this. So as soon as it goes up, it goes down. Be aware of that. People locking in profits. So making this move pre-market of almost 5%, we can see this pullback, say 3% maybe, to where this EMA line, maybe $25, $26, and then potentially see another nice 4 to 5% breakout. Okay. Well, so do be aware of that if that were to happen. Oh, which is right along where our resistance line is. Okay, perfect. Let's go to 30-minute chart so I could see better. Yeah, look at that. So I had a 5% here, pulled back 3 to almost 4%, right? Back to that EMA line. Then it rallied, pulled back up. Now it's going to pull back probably another 3% or so. And then hopefully rally back up to those resistance levels. So it's kind of like just making this stepping stone, higher lows, higher highs, and creating this this trend line basically. Do you see that? Bouncing off of this trend line. So this is very, very nice call out, William. Good call out on this. Now this can pull back. I would consider buying around that $25.90 to $26 mark for it to potentially go up to 27, which, hey, again, 26 to 26 to even 27 is a 4% profit. So I'm excited to see what happens with this. If it does pull back along with what we're saying, then that'd be cool. So we will follow up with that shortly. We're going to add an alert above 26.70. And we're going to add an alert when it hits around that $26 level, so we can be triggered when to buy. I want to buy in this level right here, in this range. Great call out, William. Major, I'm just checking a few scalps on Tesla just now. It's not the cleanest of trades. William, I'm out the play. Thanks, man. I wait till it cools off. Good job. Good job. Now, I hope you didn't do that. Based on my opinion, I never tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. I try not to discourage people with anything they do. You know, we all have our own theories, our own ideas, and our own opinions, not meaning anyone is right or wrong. It's just the way we see and our own perspectives on the company. You know, anyone can have a different perspective on the same exact situation. Someone can take something so positive and turn it negative. Someone can take something negative and turn it positive. And that's the same way with stocks. There is 1,000 ways to make money in the stock market. And if you're finding success with what you're doing, then that's all that matters. Great job, William, locking in profits. That's all I'll ever tell you guys, is to lock profits in. As long as you do that, you'll be consistent. I'm on my 11th or 12th green day in a row, and it's due to just locking in profits. You lock in a $20 bill, that's profit. You lock in $40, $50, $100, that's profit. Heck, even if you lock in $1 consistently every day in a 200-day period, you will eventually get to $200 in profit. Okay, it might take a little longer, but you're consistent. Major says he entered around 265. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out Tesla for Major here. Tesla. Oh, nice. He said he got in at 265. Good job, Major. 265 to now, that's a 2% profit. Looks like it may experience some slight pullback now, so you may want to consider locking in profits. Again, I won't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell, but yeah, I mean, this is looking good. Definitely past its resistance levels here, which now would create a strong support level. We are going to draw out our resistance level up here at that 270 mark, as that is exactly where it hit previously. And yeah, congratulations on this. This is a great play. As you can see, it had a nice pullback to 258, and then it pulled up about 3.5% yesterday. Had a nice little sell-off, some consolidation at that 261 level. As you can see here, a lot of consolidation at 261. So this can potentially be another area of support for when it does pull back. It may pull back to those $261 levels. Now it's finding that heavy resistance right at that $270 mark here. But great play, Major. Great play. 265 to 270 is 2%. To put that into perspective, if you invested $1,000, you'd make 20 bucks. $2,000, you'd make 40 bucks. And so on and so forth. Now with the $10,000 position, you could have made $200. $200 on this small little play. So great job, Major. What do I think is going to happen to it now? Well, I think it's going to pull back a little bit. We're going to have some people locking in profits. You could already see that right here. Now, it may consolidate at this $270 level for a minute, or it could actually come back down, I'd say maybe to 265, possibly 266, or even this 267 level, and then potentially bounce back up. Now, do be aware it could come down to those 261 level, and at 261, that would have been a nice move too, about a 3.5% profit move. So very nice, Major. Good job. Congratulations. Now we are going to see a sell-off. So again, you know, make sure that we're locking in our profits, either with a trailing stop loss that we have automatically set, or you can actually set a trailing, or you could set a stop order or stop limit to where if it hits any limit below a certain area, it'll stop yourself out, which is a great idea for a lot of different investments, because you can slowly pick it back up, right? So like if I was here, I could have put it at 267.50, and then it went up a little more. I could have put it at 268, went up more, 269. You know, have a little cushion for these pullbacks right here. But now I could set this at 270, and if it hit 270, I would get stopped out and lock in all those profits moving up. Or if it continued to go up from 270, at least you know, hey, it can't go any lower than 270. That's where my stop is and where I'm going to take profits. So great job, Major, on that one. Testing this resistance level very nicely here. And I could have swore I had this on our watch list. Oh, we do. Okay, we're almost to 50 stocks on our stocks 2024 and what we'd like to look at. AMC's up 3% today. Not bad, not bad. And that nice little meme stock push up. Chewy still up to 5.35%. And see, my trading ideas doesn't always have to play out, right? Not automatically. This can go up even higher. It could touch this resistance level and then come back down. So, you know, that's why I say don't base your investment decisions on anybody's opinion, not even mine. It is just an opinion after all. And look at this thing. It is just pushing up. It's pushing up very nicely. Very strong trend line here of it going up. So if it does touch here, you may see it bounce a little bit. If it does, that's great, but it doesn't have to, right? It doesn't mean it has to. So we're going to wait and see what happens with these levels here. Yeah. Chipotle not doing much. I was actually thinking about adding this to one of my long-term investment accounts. Should have did it at that $56 level. As you can see, that's a clear sign of support. About 56, 50, 57. And now we got some resistance way up here, some very heavy resistance. And not just up here, but even down here, there's some intraday resistance levels. Does not want to go past this area here. It really doesn't want to, it doesn't want to go past that 58.40. FFIE pushing up nicely. Had a huge push up yesterday. We missed it because I did not go live. And I did trade yesterday, but that was an 11%. 11%. So on a $1,000 investment, that could have been $110. And if you guys are enjoying, definitely smash that like button. This is all 100% free. I do it out of the kindness of my heart, but also because I like hanging out with you guys. I like talking, I like answering questions and talking about stocks and money. And so it's one of my favorite parts of the day. And I appreciate you guys spending a part of it with me each and every morning. I do apologize for the lack of consistency over the last 2 days, but come on, you got to give me a break, guys. I've been doing this every single day for months now on end. I do get Saturday and Sunday off, so I can't really complain. I do get Saturday and Sunday off, so there's no excuse to not be able to trade live with you guys 5 days a week. No excuse, no excuse. GM up 2.5%. Ooh, that's very nice. That is a strong 2.5% right there. Very nice. Gonna have a pullback now though. It's overextended. QQQ selling off, which means SQQ is pushing up. Let's take a look at that real quick. Ooh, very nice, very nice. From lows of $7 up to highs of $7.28. That is a 3% profit against the market. 3% profit against the market here. TQQQ selling off very nicely. Now this is going to be something I want to play when it does decide to rebound. Okay, SQQ is pushing up, but it can only push up so far. This is a heavy resistance level. This now has a strong support level here, right? Now it's pushing up. Now, I don't want to trade against the market, right? Because the market can flip around very easily, and it can continue to push up to newer highs. But this is our first pullback in several days, guys. This is our first pullback from April 19. It has been doing nothing but go up. It went up 77% in 83 days. Talk about getting 1% profit every day, every single day consistently for the last 3 months almost, if you would have just traded TQQQ or just held TQQQ. You're kidding me, man. 78% in 80 days. Okay, say there's 90 days in 3 months. 90 days in 3 months, and that's 80%. So that's a little shy of where my goal would be, because my goal is to make 40% a month in profit. So that'd be 120% for me. But that's a quick 80% just riding the market like that. Holy moly. Now a huge pullback right now, because it is in this sell range area. Now if it can bounce off of this previous resistance, which is now a support at around $81, then you could see this continue to go up back 4% to even 10% back to those previous resistance levels. So very, very interesting. Sound is still up. Oh no, Sound is coming back down. Now Sound is up 16% on the day from pre-market. It's up 13% from lows to highs when it opened this morning, and now it's pulling back. It may bounce off of this EMA line, and if it bounces off of this 45-day EMA line, you could see this push up another 5% or possibly even go higher. But it does not look like it's actually going to hold. That's a resistance level again. This may be considered a support because it is above it. But this could also come all the way back down to like $5, guys. So definitely be aware of that. It can definitely come down lower, go back down to $4, you know, so be careful. Be careful with this play here. But Tina, thank you for reminding me. Keep an eye on SoundHound. Thank you for the reminder. Now is it going to bounce off of this support? Potentially here. There we go. Make another 6% run up. Quite possibly. Or it's going to just sell off. Yep, selling off. So guys, that would have been the time to lock in your profits up at that $6 mark there. Now buying at $5.88 and selling at $5.93. $5.93. I missed out on 4% profit. An additional 4% profit. Now it's only like $60, so it wouldn't have been a lot. It would have been like $3 or something. Here we go. There's that support at 580. For about a 6% move, 580 to 619. 580 to 619 is a 6% move. If it does play out that way. Doesn't mean it has to, but it could. Could also sell off some more too. And consider subscribing to the channel. I go live every day, Monday through Friday at market open, from 30 minutes to an hour long sessions where you can watch me lock in real life profits, just like you see here. I only locked in about 49 cents on Sound earlier when we made this trade, and we locked in $43.29 on Mara before it started selling off. Yes, I did buy pre-market. I did not showcase that on my live stream, but you can see my buy buttons here and my sell buttons. I sold 50 shares at $19.54 from a share price of $19.18 from yesterday's swing trade. I don't mind getting in tomorrow at a lower price, like say between 18, $18.50, $18.80 up to that $19 level, about $19.50. That is the range and area that I like to buy Mara in. As you can see, it has a lot of room to grow, a lot of room to go down as well if it wants to actually go back down to those previous support levels here. But I like to trade in this range. Anywhere there's a buy area, I don't mind trading in that range. If in that area of range, that's just something that I like. 1930 is a strong area that I like to buy. So all three of these are technically buy ranges. I don't mind buying in this area and then selling and locking in profits in these red areas. So when this does push back up, you can guarantee that we will be trading it again. 1914, definitely getting into areas that I don't mind buying, that I would consider buying, especially at lows like this. 1913, like, come on, you know this thing is going to bounce back up. It's only a matter of time, as it does go off of Bitcoin. And there we go. This is going to be a nice push, potentially a very nice push up in an upward direction. I may even buy just one share just to kind of see where this is going to go. From 1912 to 1980, 82 would be a 70 cents per share profit. So if you had 10 shares, that's $7. If you had 100 shares, that's $70. Very cool area to potentially buy. Could be a fake out. Here we go. It's selling off. $19. May consider getting in at like $19 even. That'd be a very good share price at $19. So yeah, there should be another opportunity tomorrow to make some more money on Morrow. If this continues to sell off today, maybe get back down to some previous lows of like 344 to 350, then we may be able to see another opportunity to buy. Now, if this does just continue to sell off, we'll get into a better position later on today or in the morning, and it could literally just bounce off of this trend line right here and pop all the way back up to almost $60,000, $59,800, and we can miss out on another opportunity if that does happen. So hopefully that doesn't happen till, you know, at least tomorrow morning. That would be great, but it looks like it may even happen in the next few minutes or the next few hours, so do be aware of that. Now, we want it to sell off so that way we can get into a better position, a better price point. That'd be very nice. But like I said, we are up the $43 or 2.2%. I'm comfortable with making anywhere from, you know, I want to make 2 to 5% a day. That way I can guarantee my 10% a week, 40% a month in profits. Some days I only make 1%. So, you know, start somewhere, have a goal. But 2% is usually around that target that I hit consistently. And as you grow your account size, that 2% size will also go up. 2% of $2,000 is $40, but 2% of $10,000 is $200. And that's enough to cover usually a person's daily income, at least in most parts of the country, if not the world. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the live stream. We will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so let's make sure that we're ready, we're locked in, we're loaded, and we are going to be trading some more stocks and making some more money. Thanks for joining the live stream. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Click the first link below so that way you can see our actual live website, investingforbeginnerscommunity.com. We are official. You can go on there. We have trading tools. I talk a little bit more about support and resistance levels and how you can make money in the stock market. So thanks for watching. Remember, let's end the year on a green note, and we will see you all in tomorrow's live stream. Have a great day, guys.